of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, correct?
I have not yet. Jhonny sued me.
Ms. Heard, respectfully, that's not my question.
Broke my heart. Broke my heart. I wanted to marry him so bad. This is the man I loved, you know? Yes, it's awful at times, but I love him.
That's why you felt comfortable having James Franco over the evening of May 22nd, 2016, Ms. Heard?
I do not know when James came over.
Okay, let's remind you. Mr. Depp hasn't looked at you once this entire trial, has he?
Not that I've noticed, no.
You've looked at him, though, many times, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
You know exactly why Mr. Depp won't look back at you, don't you?
I do.
He promised you you would never see his eyes again. Isn't that true?
I don't recall if he said that.
Let's please play Plaintiff's Exhibit 1229.
I just wanted to touch you.
Really? After all the you just said?
I just wanted to give
After
you
all
a
the
yes,
used me up, you
yes,
want to
please,
touch me?
please stop. Please stop. Please, I just wanted to hug you and say bye. I didn't want to say anything bad.
No, because I'm nothing to you. And I will always be nothing to you. No, we'll never see each other again. You won't even don't take my glasses off. You will not see my eyes again.
And he tells you you will not see my eyes again, doesn't he?
Yes, he does in that recording.
And he kept that promise, hasn't he?
As far as I know, he cannot look at me.
He won't look at you, right, Ms. Heard?
He can't.
Sitting here today, you have not donated the $7 million, donated, not pledged, donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another. They
But
do
I
the same
don't.
thing.
Ms. Heard, I don't use it synonymously.
That's how donations are paid.
Ms. Heard, respectfully, that's not my question. As of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the ACLU. Yes or no?
I have not yet.
And as of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, correct?
I have not yet. Jhonny sued me.
So as of today, you have not donated, paid $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity, right?
I have not been able to fulfill those obligations yet.
You had all of the $7 million for 13 months before Mr. Depp sued you, and you chose not to pay it to the charities you pledged it to. Is that correct, Ms.
I
Heard?
disagree with your characterization of that.
You changed the locks to the penthouses on May 22nd, 2016.
I attempted to.
That's why you felt comfortable having James Franco over the evening of May 22nd, 2016, Ms. Heard?
I do not know when James came over.
Okay, let's remind you. You and Mr. Franco on May 22nd, 2016, right, Ms. Heard?
That's correct.
And you're taking him up to the penthouses, aren't you?
That's where I live, yes.
And it's past 11 p.m. at night. Isn't that right?
I'm not quite sure the time it looked like that.
Why don't we pull that video back up? 22:51. Almost midnight, right?
That's
almost 11 o'clock at night.
exactly.
You knew Mr. Depp was out of town the week of May 21, 2016, didn't you?
I don't know what I knew of his schedule at the time.
Let's talk about the defamatory statements in the op-ed that you also claim are not about Mr. Depp. Then 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out. This is about Mr. Depp, isn't it?
No.
You wrote this in 2018, right?
Exactly.
And 2 years prior was 2016, right?
That's true.
Okay.
That's correct.
So,
it's not about
May of
Jhonny.
two-
It's
Ms.
about what
Heard-
happened to me
Ms.
after.
Heard, my question, May 2016 is when you told the world that Mr. Depp had physically abused you during your relationship. Isn't that right?
That I had to provide testimony as part of my restraining order application, yes.
And that's how you became a public figure representing domestic abuse. Right, Ms. Heard?
From that point on, yes.
That's when you claimed you faced our culture's wrath,
That's
right?
when it started, yes.
It's your testimony under oath that this statement is not about Mr. Depp.
It is not. It is about what happened to me afterwards. That's the more interesting thing for me to write about.
You testified that this is a picture of you after the incident on December 15th, 2015, right?
It was.
You also have a medical record from after the December 15th, 2015 incident, don't you?
A partial one, yes.
This is your medical record for December 17th, 2015, isn't it, Ms. Heard?
That's correct.
And this record doesn't document any physical injuries on you, does it?
I don't think so, no.
Esto fue De Todito. Gracias por quedarte hasta el final del video. Si te gustó, regálame un like. También suscríbete a mi canal y activa la campanita de notificaciones para que así YouTube te informe cuando suba un nuevo video. Por ahora me despido. Bye.